Okay, what's up, guys? How's it going? Happy Friday to everybody, but not like it actually matters because, it's summer. So I guess happy another day of summer, which is actually enough to kind of be excited about, I think. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of summer, so. Okay. So, what's up, I am Potato? How's it going, dude? So we almost are completely done with this pad. I bought this pad like a week ago, 80 pages. We've just been crushing through problems. There's only like this many pages left. There's like, even if you look at the side of it, there's like a big gap from all of the work we've done. What's up, Bob? Oh, Bob the Bot Builder. What's up, man? Teniola, what's good? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a little bit late. I was, like I said in the chat, I was just like uploading another video. And it just, I don't know. Things always take way, way longer than I think they're going to take. But I guess that's true about everything. All right, let me pull up some problems that we can work on. Let's see. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. What's up, Geek Fleek? Okay, we can talk about this. Okay, yeah, I do want to talk to you guys about ratio a little bit. Would be hard. Okay, good. This is a good question. Okay. Oh, you got an SAT book? Which one did you get, Rusem? Did you get the College Board one, or did you pick up the Barron's one? Yeah, Geek Fleek, you can ask a question, bro. And yeah, if it is an SAT book, yeah, that's really good for ninth grade SHSAT. Because if you can do SAT, then yeah, you can definitely do ninth grade SHSAT. Let me get a pen really quick. You guys hear that alarm going off? Or? Yeah. Okay. So while I'm waiting for Geek Fleek to drop a question, I'm gonna write this question out for you guys to try. Princeton Review, that's pretty good. Ooh. Okay. Let me see here. Are we dropping frames? Nope. Just eating up computer space. That's fine. I don't care about that. All right. All right. Give me a second. Let me write this problem out. Okay, here we go. Finally, 11 minutes in, and I got you guys your first problem. Okay, and Geek Fleek dropped his problem too, so that's chill. Yeah, welcome everybody to the chat. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video, share the video with your friends. If you have friends that are studying for the SHSAT, I have classes on tylertutor.com, and I've been picking up tutoring students all summer. If you're interested or looking for a tutor, I hope you consider me first. But otherwise, let's just get going and let's get some problems popping. So my first problem to you is a ratio problem. A bag contains 50 pins that are either red, yellow, or blue. The ratio of yellow to blue is 2 to 7. The ratio of red to yellow is 1 to 2. If I remove 5 blue pins, what will be the ratio of red to blue marbles? Ugh. Yeah, you probably do need paper. What's up, Brown? What's up, Rachel? All right, Geek Fleek, we'll look at that answer. Obviously, This is pins. Okay, I'll give you guys like a minute to do this one, minute and a half. Go for it. What's up, Yeet? Oh, dude, you got an Oreo shake? Dude, I'm so jealous. Oh, that's probably so good. I like Burger King too. It's underestimated how good Burger King is. Like, people don't give it credit. Everybody loves McDonald's, but don't sleep on Burger King, man. That's good. Okay, I'll give you guys about 40 more seconds. Oh, that Shake Shack. Oh man, I forgot. Ooh, I feel like Shake Shack is on a different tier than, so the first tier, and obviously there's been fast food rankings in the past, but in, my personal opinion on this is that the first tier is like your McDonald's, your Burger King, your Wendy's, your Taco Bell, like places that are like standard fast food. Where Shake Shack, I would say is premium. Like, getting to go to Shake Shack is like a treat, like, so I mean, I think Shake Shack's shakes are bomb. Um, Rusam, yeah, you can. Okay, so you guys are actually absolutely destroying this. So I should just go over it very quickly. The thing with ratio is you have to realize there is the simplified ratio. Let me pop out. There's a simplified ratio, and then there's the unsimplified ratio. So our simplified ratio, as far as red to yellow, is 1 to 2. And our simplified ratio of yellow to blue is 2 to 7. So notice now I can just make this all one ratio. Now, this is simplified, and just like when you simplify a fraction like 4/6, you're going to take 2 out of this and divide 2 out of that, and you're going to get your 2/3, but we do the same to each number. So each of these numbers got divided by the same thing. So we need to find out what that number is, that if they can be all multiplied, then we'd get our unreduced ratio, right? Because there's 50 pins or whatever, right? So what we end up here is with 10x equals 50, and our x equals 5. Okay, so now that we know that this is times 5, this times 5, and this is times 5, we could say that our unreduced ratio is 10, or it'd be 5. Let me draw a little thing around this. To 2 times 5, 10. To 7 times 5, 35. And if you add all these up, yeah, it's going to equal 60, right? So yeah, this is our reduced ratio. This is our unreduced ratio. And we found that out by finding out the multiplier, because we divide each of these by 5, and this divided by 5 is 1, this divided by 5 is 2. I mean, you guys get the catch, right? So this is our unreduced ratio. We're going to remove 5 blue pins. So that means for blue pins, there's actually only 30 of these guys. And the red pins, we know there's 5. And so just reduce. Each of these is going to be divided by 5. It's going to be 1 to 6. All of you guys were on it like sharks. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Awesome. Yeah, the king is weird. You guys are making me want milkshakes so bad. Like, ugh, there's already ice cream in my freezer that I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that, but watch me. Watch me. Okay. So that was really good, guys. You actually crushed that really hard. Let me give you something much, much more difficult, and let's see how you guys hang. Okay. Oh, so Brian, which I feel like I'm saying wrong. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but if you didn't do the equation, how'd you get the right answer? Like, what was your strategy? Is there a faster way to do this? Is there a shortcut that you utilized? Like, why don't you throw it into the chat? I'm gonna write another problem, so just sit tight. Um, hopefully this will be hard. Okay, so here is the question. Let's see what people are saying in the chat about that previous one though, real quick. Oh, nice, Taco Bell, hell yeah. Okay, I did it in a slower way. 50. What up to 50? Yeah, dude, you basically did it, but just did the algebra in your head, because what you mean by find out what times the ratio would, that's like saying what x times the ratio. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, well, good job. Dude, if you guys get the right answer, I do not care what you had to do to get it. Like, the most important thing is to get these right answers, bros. Okay, so here is the next question that I want you guys to answer. Okay. A seasoning is mixed by combining 4 different spices: thyme, mint, cilantro, and basil, with weights in the ratio 267 to 23 to 8 to 2, respectively. The chef, Don Corleati, needs 9 ounces of seasoning. What weight of mint does he need? I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer on this one. Go for it. Yeah, you could try to cheat, but like, I wouldn't roll the dice on this test like that. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like if you like doing math in summer. Ooh, this might be a tricky one. I didn't get any answers yet. I'll give you guys maybe make a minute more, and then we'll go over this. Either that or my Internet Explorer is frozen. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, this is where it's like, if you can use algebra when the numbers get hard like this, the algebra will save you. Yeah. Okay. That's okay, Helen. We'll go over this bad boy. All right. So, for those of you who are working, keep doing your thing. I'm gonna just go over this, um, just because it is a hard problem. Now, before we actually dive into the numbers of this, I want to point out a parallel that we're going to deal with. So this is our simplified ratio, and this is our real ratio. And we have to find what multiplier we use to get back to our real ratio, right? Yeah, the weights are all ounces, Jane. Hold up one second. So we're going to add up the simplified ratio, find out what our multiplier is, and it's going to get bigger. The hard part with this is our simplified ratio is bigger than our unsimplified ratio. So that makes it a little bit more difficult to do it in your head, but the strategy is exactly the same. We're going to add it up and find out what the multiplier is, knowing that the multiplier is going to be less than 1. So let's go through it. We know it's going to be 267x plus 23x plus 8x plus 2x. And I need how much of this seasoning? I mean 9 ounces of the seasoning. So 9. So let's add all these up. 267 and 23. I should be able to do that in my head, but I didn't. 290 plus 10, 300. Okay. So 300x equals 9. So we need to find out what this multiplier x is. So, I mean, x, if we divide both sides by 300, x is going to equal that 9 over 300, which can simplify. X can equal 3 over 100. So this is our multiplier here. Where in the previous problem our multiplier was 5, we're actually getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So we don't need to apply it to everything because they're just asking about mint. So we're just going to use the simplified version of the mint and multiply it by the multiplier to see how much we need. I have a feeling this is going to be a really ugly number. 969. Okay, not terrible. So 69 over 100. So yeah, you could simplify this to 0.69. Good job. Really, really good job. Yeah. So what did you guys think about that? I mean, pretty simple, right? And well, I mean, I wouldn't say very simple, but if you use the same technique every single time, even when the numbers get very big or very small, it really doesn't matter because you just are using the technique again. So I highly recommend using algebra. I'm a huge fan of algebra. I think it's so great because you can always check your work. I can go back in my steps and make sure that I did everything appropriately. Whereas, if you're doing it in your head, you will get it right a lot of the times, but then it also can be kind of tricky stuff. But yeah, really good job, guys. Really, really lovely. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that was a hard one, but I wouldn't go crazy about it. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. This will be a good one. All right. Redemption for all of you guys. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, let me just give me a second to write it, and then I'll show you guys the problem. I recorded my prep today for the session. I was like doing prep. I always do a little bit of prep to get ready for the live streams, but I recorded it in a video and I uploaded it. So if you guys want to see what's, peek behind the curtain and see what I do before the live streams to get myself ready, yeah, you can check out that video. I just uploaded it on my channel. Okay, so and notice that I do most of my problems as word problems, and that's to get you guys ready for how they do it on the test. Oh my god, this is so long. Okay. Finally. Okay. Let's see. So what books do you think? I would look at the student handbook for sure. It's tough. I haven't looked at any of the brand new ones. I would just kind of ask around your friends, see which ones they like the most. Okay. Okay. All right, so here's the question, guys. A special gel to loosen tiles is made by mixing the following ingredients by weight: 5 parts silicone, 3 parts powder, and 2 parts water. To remove one tile, we need 0.2 ounces of this gel. How many total ounces of powder are required to remove 3 tiles? I'll give you guys some time. This is redemption. Answer your question, Helen. It's 3. Okay. Give you guys one more minute on this. Yeah, and congratulations for anybody who made it through the week. Is there anybody in the stream right now that's been to all the sessions this week? All 5 of them? Pat yourself on the back if that's the case. I would give you a extremely hard high five. I would high five your hand. It would explode. Both of our hands would explode. And yeah, you'd lose your hand for the rest of your life, but people forever would be like, yo, that high five was awesome. Okay, so let me go over this one. If you guys are still working, keep working, keep doing your thing. But I just want to talk about this because also another thing I want you guys to keep in mind, that was about 3 minutes. If you notice that a math problem is starting to take longer than 3 minutes, it's almost better for you just to abandon ship and come back to it if you have time. Because you could spend another 2-3 minutes on it and you may not get it, you know? So time management is key. And if you have something like this where you're like, it's been a minute and a half and I don't think I'm anywhere near the answer at all, just ditch it, just leave it. It's one question. You could always come back if you have extra time, but don't sacrifice other kind of potentially easy questions because you spent all your time trying to pound out this one, which is a little bit harder. So the exact same technique as last question. We know that the reduced ratio of silicone to powder to water is 5:3:2. We don't know what our unreduced ratio is, but we need 0.2 ounces. And since there's, so we're going to do that 0.2 ounces to remove 1 tile. And we need to remove 3 tiles. So we don't need just 0.2 ounces. We actually need 0.6 ounces for those 3 tiles. So what we're going to do is just add up and find out what the unsimplified ratio is going to be. Okay, I'm actually going to multiply both sides by 10 just to make my life easier, and 100x equals 6. And if I divide both sides by 100, I get my x equals 6 over 100. This can definitely be reduced to 3 over 50. So now I have my x value, and I need to multiply it by the reduced ratio to get my unreduced number. So I'm going to multiply it by this 3. So we got 9 out of 50. So to do decimals, it's really easy to do decimals if it's out of 100. So this 9 out of 50, if I times by 2 over 2, I'm going to get 18 out of 100. And that's how I know Rachel is right on this one. Yeah, that's our answer, 0.18. Cool. So yeah, that's how this one goes. Do you guys have any questions about this one or whatever? Just keep in mind, if this is the simplified ratio, each of these numbers need to be multiplied by the same thing to get our real ratio result here. Once we have our x, we're not done. We need to multiply it by our simplified ratio, and then we're going to get the result that we need. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to you guys. They play a lot with ratios, and so don't get tricked or don't get like blown away by it. Just be aware that really it's just an algebra problem. Cool. Yeah, good job, Rachel. All right. What else I got for you guys? Maybe something that's a little bit easier. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Oops, sorry. That was too loud. Yeah, you guys got big plans for the weekend? Anybody going out of town and like trying to get away from the heat? Okay. Let me write this problem out over here. Okay, so this would be a grid in. Oh, should I use Streamlab OBS? That is a good idea, Helen. I haven't actually thought about that. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I might try that. Yeah, because it is lagging. I mean, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, Helen. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. So here's our question, our next question. All right. Yeah, I actually use the desktop version of OBS. It's just like right now as I'm streaming, it's like choppy potato quality. I'm dropping like 2.2% of my frames and I'm using like 60% on my computer. It's like trying so hard. Okay, here's the question that I want you guys to give it a shot. I'll give you guys like a minute and a half. This is one that hopefully you can get done. Using the approximation of 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. How many centimeters are in 2 feet 6 inches? Yeah. I am potato. You are my quality. You're my quality control. I am potato. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like if you love doing math in the summer. And don't forget to share the video if you hate doing math in the summer. Yeah, most schools actually don't do a good job of prepping people for the SHSAT, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Wow. Rusam, Rachel, yeet. Nice, nice. Yeet, that's whack, man. All right, cool. Let's go over this one. So we could say that this is a ratio here. 1 inch is to every 2.54 centimeters. So first we just need to see how many, well, actually, let me write that down. We could say it's inch to centimeters is 1 to 2.54, right? And so let's put this in inches first, right? Um, maybe it is. So this will be 24 plus 6, so it's going to be 30 inches total. So if I'm going to multiply this by 30, then I need to multiply this by 30, and I'm going to get the amount of centimeters. Because there's 30 inches in this, so there's going to be 30 of these 2.54 centimeter gaps or whatever. So let's do it. 0, 12, 15, 16, 6, 7, bang. 76.20. That's the answer. Good job, bros. Good job. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad. I don't want to give you just super hard problems. I want to give you some that are not totally heinous. Okay. Well, let's see if I can give you one. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to give you guys a hard one, so just sit tight. I'm going to try to give you a super hard one. Okay, this will work. All right, so get ready. Okay, so I think this might be a very hard question, or I think this might actually be the dumbest thing I've ever written. So you guys are going to have to let me know which one is the case. The ratio of red to salad is 2 to 3. The ratio of houses to salad is 21 to 6. If there are 8.7 items in this existential void, how many salad? I'll give you guys like 2 minutes. Remember, listen to your heart on this one and smash that like button until your computer keyboard explodes. What's up, Laurel? I was thinking like a laptop. It has that like trackpad right next to your computer keyboard. Two. This is actually a way harder question than I intended, but you guys can do it. I believe in you. And if you don't think you can do it, that's fine. Just give yourself a pat on the back. You tried. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird decimal for sure. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't even think it's like a. Okay, so let's go into this one. So this one is harder, for sure. But we can. Yeah, it's gonna be a long decimal for sure. So if you got that, then probably, yeah. Okay, so let's go into it. So we know that the ratio of red to salad is 2 to 3. And then we know the ratio of salad to houses is 6 to 21. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 over 2, 2 times 2, so I can get a ratio that works for everything. And it would be 4 to 6 to 21. So now we got to find our multiplier. 4x plus 6x plus 21x equals 8.7. And we're going to get that 31x equals 8.7. X, well, actually, 310x equals 87. X equals 87 over 310. And I really do think that I don't think that simplifies. I think we're just there because I don't think 3 goes into the 310. So here's our multiplier. How many salad? Well, that's for 6. So we need to multiply that by 6. So it will be 87 over 310 times 6. What is 87 times 6? 2, 40, 48, 52, 522 over 310. This definitely reduces by 2, so that'd be 250 plus 11, so 261 over 155. That's our answer. That's how many salad there is. 261 over 155. Now you could throw that into a calculator, but yeah, that's about it. Cool. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. The SHSAT is a clean test, and by that I mean they do a really good job of designing and putting it into play. You still may, yeah, exactly. You still may though come across something with answers that aren't clean. Doesn't mean they're wrong. You might just have to trust your work. And so just to give you guys a heads up that it's not like school where it's like, I don't recognize this answer, I bet it's not right. For the SHSAT, you have to trust your work more than you have to trust the answer choices. And okay, so that's the decimal 1.68387, whatever. Yeah. And to answer your question, Rachel and I'm Potato talking about the handbook. Yeah, a lot of people say that the handbook is kind of weird or that it's easy. It's kind of tough to say. Generally, since really only like the top 5% of kids get into specialized high schools, it is easy, but you have to absolutely crush it. And so that's why I'm always a big fan of like learning things that are much more advanced than what's on the handbook, just to be sure that you're like crushing it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to like miss it by 1 point, right? And you got to be like at the very, very top tier of all your friends and stuff. Okay, let's do some more math. And I'll get ELA for you guys next week. It was just Friday, and I just was not as productive as I thought I was going to be. Yeah, you guys should look at the video of my prep that I did for my session today. It was very intense prep, actually. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good book recommendations. Although I wouldn't, if you haven't already gotten the Barons, I've not heard good things about it, but they might have changed. They could still change. I feel like a lot of these are kind of easy. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, let's try this one. I think you guys could crush it, so I think this will be a good boost. So here we go. Let me just write it over here really quick. Okay, here's the question. All right. Oh, nice. Okay, more harder. Okay, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the question, bros. I can't guarantee this is more harder, which is a great word, by the way. Thumbs up. Really, a genius level. Uh, but yeah, here we go. On a model sailboat, 0.02 inch represents 20 feet. The guy who built the model is named Guster. Guster mostly uses metric measurements for lengths longer than 18 feet, but has made exceptions in the past, which is what we are aware of. On Guster's model, how many inches represent 1 foot on the actual sailboat? I'll give you guys about 2 minutes. Remember to have fun. Listen to your heart on this one. Oh, what's up, boss? What's up, boss? You made it, man. Okay, I'll give you guys like 20 more seconds. Oh, sorry, Laurel, I only take the first answer. Sorry. Writing in pen. What can I say? Well, you got to watch out. Yeah, because I mean, had this not been a live stream, you would have picked your answer and then moved on. Oh yeah, sorry for the static. Okay, whatever. I'll be back. Okay, so even though I guess I'm like staticked up or whatever, I want to go over this because it's a good question and it's another ratio question, guys. Don't be tricked by this type of stuff. So we know that inches to feet on this model is 0.02 to 20. So yeah, that's our ratio we're going to be playing with for this problem. And so we need to figure out what 1 foot is, right? And so how did we get from 20 to 1 foot? Well, we divided it by 20, right? Or you could say we multiplied it by 1 over 20, whatever. This here needs to also be divided by 20. And so that's all we have to do to get this answer. That's really it. Cool, so let's go over it. 0.02 divided by 20, there's our decimal, there's our 0, there's our 0, add a 0, and we can go in one time. So yeah, all the homies were right. There it is, right? So that's how many inches we need, and that's how many inches is equal to 1 foot, and that totally tracks because if 0.2 inches is 20 feet, and 0.01 is 1 foot, right? So yeah, Brian, exactly. That's exactly it. So yeah, that's all we're doing here is we're just adjusting from our simplified ratio to the same ratio, but just with a different amplification. A lot of times we amplify it by timesing it by the same number. This is times 2 and this is times 2. We can also amplify it in the opposite direction. I guess it's not amplify, we can deconstruct it, right? Yeah, I don't know I don't know where you got this one. I mean, I would love to say you were close. But yeah, this is basically how this one goes down. So yeah, just be aware that, I mean, it's just the same technique. It's just ratios. Everything that we've done today is just ratios, guys, especially when you're using models and especially when you're using scaling up and down and comparing 2 or 3 different things. Cool. So yeah, let's do it up. Okay. So is there anything else that you guys want to work on or that you guys have had in like the back of your mind that you're like interested in? Because we can definitely go over it. I have more problems too. Don't you worry. Dude, I think it's really great that you guys are all studying this summer too. Because yeah, I mean, Lord knows once you get into specialized high schools, you're going to be doing homework. So this is good prep for that. That's kind of a good question. You know, I'm going to throw this one up on the screen because I think it's so good. Just hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh. I don't want to update the pages. No, thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, OBS. New window. Right, give me like 2 more seconds on this. You guys want to work on angles? Okay. All right, well, I will give you a harder problem. I can't guarantee it's going to be the most difficult one that you've seen. We can do one right after that, but I think this one's a really good one, so I wanted you guys to see this. Okay. Oh my gosh, hold up. It's really big. Okay. So here's the question I want you guys to look at. Hotel B and C each have 270 people who work in each kitchen. Hotel A has 200 per kitchen, and Hotel D has 225 per kitchen. Which hotel has the most kitchen staff? Oh yeah, we can do H games after this too. Those are hard. Okay, see you later, yeet. Yeah, we'll be back Monday. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, I have classes available if you want to take classes on my website, tylertutor.com. They're kind of like this, but just with way less people. And yeah, also tutoring and stuff like that. Oh, this was taking you guys a minute on this. I thought this would be quick to whip out. I was like thinking this was too easy, actually. Maybe it still is. Okay, Rachel's coming in on A. Boss got A too. Adri. Gruesome. Okay. Yeah, you guys are crushing up on this. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over it very, very briefly just because I think it's a cool question, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. So one thing to keep in mind is that 270 in the A, or I'm sorry, for A, that's 200 per kitchen, and there's 7 kitchens. So for A, that's going to be 1,400 employees. And then for B, it is 270 in the kitchen, and there's 4 kitchens. So we might as well just look at C because we're looking for the greatest. So C has 5 kitchens at 270. So we have to do that math. 0, 5, 30, 10, 13. Yeah, so B or C only has 1350. And then there's 6 kitchens for D and 225. So we do that 225 times the 6 kitchens. And yeah, 12, 15, 12, 13, 1350. So yeah, A is going to be our answer for that one. This was kind of easy. Maybe I should give you guys like a harder age game one. But the reason why I pulled this up is because they use a lot of tables to hide and present their information. So that's kind of why I wanted you guys to see it, just because, you know, yeah, we do a bunch of word problems, but we also need to be aware that they're going to use charts, they're going to use tables, they're going to use a lot of different things. So I just wanted you guys to be just ready to rip out whatever you needed to do. Let's see here. What could be hard? Where are my hard problems? I feel like we've done all the age games for here. Okay. Yeah, this is too easy. I gotta give you guys something that's difficult here. Too easy. Too easy. Oh yeah, for those who are looking for more angle problems, you should check out my, here, let me show my information really quick. So in case you haven't already caught it, this is the website I use. And all of the stuff's from me on the website. All of it is for studying SHSAT. There's diagnostic tests on there, which is really good for timing yourself. Like, do both sections and give yourself 1 hour. And if you can get it done, that means that you got a good pace for the test. And there's also games on it. There's Geometry Swamp for those who are trying to like practice. Oh boy. Practice their geometry, and then there's DeepMind for those who are trying to practice their precision with algebra. So yeah, I would recommend just kind of cruising around the site and like doing that. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that. I super, 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 super appreciate you guys sharing the channel, telling your friends, stuff like that. I'm trying to like push my subscriber count up. The goal would be so sick, would be to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's like, that'd be awesome. So yeah, we're going to be streaming every weekday, but in the meanwhile, or this weekend or whatever, if you just want to check it out, check out my website. There's a lot more work to be done on the website, stuff like that. Okay, so let me give you guys a harder problem here. Okay, yeah, here's a problem that I think would be very hard, or harder for you guys. Okay, let me pull it up. Okay. Bam, bam, back at the bam, bam. All right. Wait. Yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's the question. In a shopping center, 35% of stores sell clothing, while the rest sell food. 80% of all the stores are closed on Sundays. Of the total number of stores, 15% are clothing stores that are closed on Sunday. What percentage of the total number of stores sell food and are open on Sunday? Good luck with this one, guys. That's for a hard problem. Here you go. Yeah. Well, if you were a good friend, I am Potato, you would steal that ice cream truck and drive it over to Rusam's house. Like, if you were a really good friend, that's something you would do. Yes, you can find a percent of a percent. For example, 50% of 50% is 25%. Right, yeah. Get them an ice cream cone, put it in a box, take the box to the post office, ship it overnight, hope it doesn't melt, put some ice cubes in the box with it so it stays cold. Oh man, is this problem giving you guys some ish? I know it's hard. It's probably good. Yeah, you're gonna get doxxed with delicious ice cream. So, I mean, if you're gonna get doxxed, at least it's with people sending ice cream to your place. That would be really sick. Okay, here we go. We got our first answer, and that's actually not one of those answer choices. I don't know if you can read that down there, boss, but A is 5%, or B is 20%, C is 60%, and D is 65%. Yeah, but I'll give you an A for effort. We're getting the first answer in, bro. Ah, I see. I see what you're saying, Jennifer. Okay. Yeah, actually, Jennifer just broke it down perfectly. So Rusem thinks it's 5%. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys like 30 more seconds. Then I kind of want to go over this one with you guys. A boss thinks it's 5%. You just rounded down. Okay, so let's go over this one. Yeah, it's okay to be confused because this is a confusing problem. All right, so see you later. I will write down the information. So with problem like these, I always find it's best to get out of the world of present and to get into the world of numbers. So if we say that 100% of the stores are in the shopping center, we could also just say that there are 100 stores in the shopping center. And so that's what my diagram is going to start to reflect, that out of the entire shopping center, there's going to be 100 stores. So going to the question, 35% total, then that means that there's got to be 65 food places. And that makes sense. And then we have this other end are open. Now we get this last piece of information that actually really matters because 15% are clothing stores that are closed on Sunday. Okay? So 15%, 15 are closed. 15 are closed. So 15 of these closed stores are clothing stores, which is confusing to say. So if 15 are closed on Sundays, then that means that 20 are open. Right? I mean, that kind of tracks, doesn't it? And only 20% of the stores are open on Sunday. So that means all of these are clothes stores, which means that these 65 are all closed on Sundays. Every single food place is closed on Sundays. Now that's the big track there. Because if 15% are clothing stores that are closed, then that means that 20% need to be clothing stores that are open. And since only 20% of the stores are open, and we need 20% of these to be clothing stores that are open, then yeah, the only stores that are open on Sunday are clothing stores. And that means that the entirety of the 65% that are food stores are closed. And that makes sense because the 65 plus 15 does equal that 80%. So what percentage of total stores sell food and are open on Sunday? The answer is 0, which wasn't an answer choice. You guys are going to hate me. that was not an answer choice. Dang, that was dumb of me to not have that. But that's because I didn't do any prep for my session today. Or I did do prep. I made a whole video about it, actually. So do you guys have any questions about this? I know should we do another one like this as like a redemption type thing? Would that make you feel better if we had like a redemption moment? I see you guys are just freaking out in the chat. Okay, all right, I get it. Okay. All right, we're gonna do one more like this. We're gonna do one more like this as a redemption. Not only redemption for you guys, but a redemption for me, that I can give you a problem that isn't trash like that. All right, so just kick it in the chat. Don't forget to leave a like or whatever, and I'll give you a problem that actually will be legit. I promise this one will be legit. But you got to give me a couple minutes because these are kind of hard to make. All right. So okay. All right, cool. Here's the question. Okay. Okay, a little bit of redemption for you guys, a little bit of redemption to me. Here we go. Um, Here's the question. Enhance. There are red and blue objects on the floor. 30% of the objects are red, the rest are blue. 10% of the objects are red circles. If the only shapes for the objects are circles and squares, what percentage of the objects are blue squares? All right, guys, go for it. I'll give you guys like 2 minutes. Listen to your heart. Follow your dreams on this one, guys. Um, Tired Doggo with 276. I think you're a little off. Oh, you guys are talking about something else. Never mind. I was like, okay. Like 6. Oh, wow. 2 minutes. No answers yet. Still waiting. Still waiting, guys. Oh, do you guys need more information? Let me give you more information on this problem. Um, let's say, okay. Okay, this should clarify some guys. That's good. I was testing you guys. They might have actually a question on the SHSAT. Um, Jennifer, yeah, they have questions on the SHSAT potentially where they would be like, oh, there's no answer for this. That used to be more common when they had like a logic section. Okay, now we got some answers flowing in here. Oh, what's up, Hogooby? for some too. Yeah, I feel you, Jennifer. But I mean, you should look at some. I mean, actually, don't. But there's definitely old logic games that were like really sick. Okay, I'm gonna go over this one now because I feel like you guys, now that I gave you this last piece of information, you guys have just straight crushed it. So, yeah. All right, so let's go over it. Oh, groovy. All right. So the first thing I'm going to differentiate here is we're going to say we have 100 objects on the floor. And we know that 60% of them are circles, which means 40% of them are squares. And we have red and we have blue. And we know that there's going to be red circles and red squares, and there's going to be blue circles and blue squares, okay? And they feed into it. So it says that 30% of the objects are red, which means that 70% of the objects are blue. If 10% of the objects are red circles, and this is 10%, well, the whole thing needs to be 30%. So, I mean, actually, let me just go through this problem like this. Well, actually, yeah. So we do need 30% of them to be red. And so if they're only 10% are circles, then that means that this 20% are red squares. Okay. So now we can fill out our chart a little bit. So circles, we know that 10% of them are red, which means that 50% of them are blue because the entirety needs to add up to 60. And if we know that 50% are blue and this whole thing needs to add up to 70%, then we know that the blue squares is going to be 20. And actually that makes perfect sense because if 20 and 20, red, blue, that sure does add up to 40. So we're actually looking really good there. So here's our filled out thing. So what is the question asking? What percentage of the objects are blue squares? 20%. Good job, bros. Good job. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, that was actually Brian actually has the right beat on it. It's like they were like, are we gonna do logic or are we gonna do grammar? And waiting for age problems. Okay, I got you, Rachel. Yeah, let's do one more and let's do an age problem. So just sit tight so that I can whip this up really quick. I'm gonna try to make it hard. No guarantees, but I'm gonna try to make it hard. Okay. All right, bros. Svelta is currently 3 times as old as Diego. 5 years ago, Svelta was 13 times as old as Diego. How old will Svelta be next year? I want to give you like 2 minutes. And this one is for Jennifer. See you later, Tammy. Don't forget to leave a like. Got 7 likes. I'm absolutely on fire right now. And Brian, yeah, the SHSAT cutoff score for 9th grade is higher. Yeah. Just because there's less seats. Yep. You guys are exactly right. All right, so this is the last problem of today, so make sure you crush it, bros. No excuses. Taking your first answer. Okay, I'll give you guys about 15 more seconds. Hopefully you're getting close. Okay, I'm about to go over this one. So if you're still working, do your thing. If not, check the fresh. So what we're dealing with is a system of equations, and we need to be very clear with our variables. We know that S is Svelta today. Okay, and I know this is kind of dumb, but I highly recommend writing this out. And then D is Diego today. Just so we don't get confused later on once we're adding years and taking away years and all that stuff on what we're actually doing and what our variables actually mean. So let's talk about the first part of this. Svelta is currently 3 times as old as Diego. That means Diego times 3 will equal how much Svelta is. She's 3 times older than him, so his age times 3 will equal hers. That's our first mathematical expression. Now, the second one was where a lot of people actually get tripped. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah. I think someone is cruising around, but whatever. Okay, so now our second sentence. 5 years ago. So we're not using S and D because that's Svelta today, not Svelta 5 years ago. So we need to represent that Diego is 5 years less old. And Svelta herself is going to be 5 years less old. I know my S's look like my 5. Sorry if you're on like mobile or whatever. So now we have Diego 5 years ago. We have Svelta 5 years ago, right? That's why we defined our variables the way we did. Cool. So now in this scenario, Svelta is 13 times as old as Diego. What happened? Well, now we're going to figure it out. Because every time we see an S, we can substitute it with 3D, right? Because 3D equals S, and that's an S. So why not make it 3D using substitution, bruh? So 13D minus 5 equals 3D minus 5. Chill. We're going to distribute here. 13D equals, who can do that in their head? Not me. 65. That's trash. Hold up. So 13D minus 65 equals 3D minus 5. I'm going to add 5 to each side. This is where I did my work to plan the problem. So let me actually move over here. So what we end up getting is 13D minus 60 equals 3D. I'm going to add 60 to each side. 13D equals 3D plus 60. I'm going to minus 3D from each side. 3D, whoa. 10D equals 60. D equals 6. So that's great. We know how old Diego is today, right? Which is good. Diego today is 6. So Svelta today is going to be 3 times that. So if Diego's 6, that means that Svelta today is 18. But that's not what the question's asking. How old will she be next year? 19. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So yeah, good job, guys. I hope that makes more sense. We've done a lot of really good work today. Just to kind of recap, we worked on ratios. We worked on like recipes and like different things like that. Then we went on and talked about age games, rates, charts, graphs, all that type of stuff. Yeah. So cool, man. I think I'm going to cut the stream. I'm going to end the stream now. Totally hit up my website if you're looking for more SHSAT study material. You don't need to like donate money or anything. I don't have like a premium service or anything like that. But if you do want to help out, liking the video helps out a ton. Subscribing, sharing the video helps out a super ton with analytics. Even just like telling your friends about this channel, that would be super sick, and a super huge help. Because I'm always trying to grow this thing, and my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll probably throw like a video party, if I can get to 1,000 subs. So if you could help me in my goal there, I would really appreciate any support you guys can give, just by like shouting me out and letting people know more about this channel. Because I'm going to keep working through the summer. I'm going to keep bringing you guys A++ quality content. Yeah. So yeah, I am gonna get out of here. I'm gonna enjoy my Friday. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them. And thank you, I Am Potato. That's huge. I super appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the subs. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna enjoy my Friday, and you guys should do the same thing. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the chat. I did play PUBG today. Well, Ogubi, look at my I released a video on how I do my prep before my live stream. So check out that video. It's like a legit video I just uploaded. Yeah, so yes, it is over. The live stream is over. It's done. It's been about an hour and a half, bros. So yeah, check out some of the videos I've been dropping. Check out some of the live streams. Thanks, Potato. That's super nice, man. I will enjoy my day. You too, player. So yeah, good luck, good work, everybody on the math today. Some really solid stuff. A lot of right answers. Just remember to use your algebra and to be pretty good as far as like making sure to not make any mistakes in the algebra and stuff like that. But really good session today, guys. Super awesome. And I'll see you guys Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna be back on Monday with more SHSAT streams, dude. We're gonna be working this summer, so let's do it. Let's get it. See ya.